My apple is not appling. I don't know, eso no cha. Apple na. Mhm. 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 My God, is looking cute. And the other is like that. Imagine if I focus over the mirror. No, that won't happen. People are having curious about my body, so I posted. Not in cover, but I posted. But that was a picture from last year. Because with me, each year my size of pants change. So that was small and now it's changing. So depends. I have 4 jeans. That's it. I don't have a lot of jeans because they don't fit me anymore. Like one time my cousin gave me their jeans and like it was like a 28 Peruvian size and I thought that was so tiny it couldn't even fit them into my thighs. So I was like, no, 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 I need a 30 or like a 32 ish and like that's it. But like I don't ask to like, oh my gosh, look, my body. It's just things that happen. But like it's frustrating sometimes because you wanna go out and like you don't notice the change and then you had the change and like it immediately happened and like yeah. Hi, Iran, Kiran. So yeah. I woke up early today, which I'm glad. But I'm not glad what made me wake up. But like I'm glad. Like I was dreaming something. I was like in a forest. Crazy to dream. Crazy. Mhm. Mhm. Está grande esta manzana. No como enfrente de cámaras por eso. I usually cut my pieces into small pieces when I'm about to record, but like I just eat it like this, just like this. Even though I'm manga, I'm man. A mango, I eat it straight up. Like I don't use knives or stuff like that. Like I eat it up. One time I remember I eat a mango with peel on it. Like I didn't take the peel off and I eat it straight up. And I got that mango straight. It was crazy. Luckily I was alone and no one see me eating that mango. Mm. Luckily, no one see me eating that mango, and no one will ever see me because. Mhm. But yeah, I wanna chat, and I see that one of my lives I was doing this. I'm like, and then kind of show up my my modest parts, my booty. So I don't know. The only way that you can see is when I do workout routines, and that way you can see my full body on it. Otherwise, be happy without seeing it. I don't know. I just change. Mm. Mm-hmm. But I just want to chat. What happened? What happened in your life? Mine has been great. I need to take a pause from croissants. I swear I will have my revenge. But like, I don't know. Someone said a joke about croissants or like a reference about croissants. And it's kind of hard because sometimes when I do jokes and like when I hear some jokes, I need to take a time to like, kind of ground myself. Mm-hmm. Look, my God. Like it's just having their best life. Look. I'm I'm like no man. No man. Oh, wait, I didn't know, but like my cat have their lips pink. I always thought it was white, but like my cat had the lips pink. Can you believe that? I'm really. I tried this new kind of lash kind of thing, kind of mascara or something. It's kind of fitting because I always sweat. Like I sweat all the time, man. I can keep it up with a foundation. And it literally is something more strong like powder, would sit on, and that would be so yeah, yeah. Mm. Thanks for the reminder. I need to link where I live on my website, which I did by myself. I didn't hire no one. Like everything that I do by myself. That's why I've been kind of busy lately. Oh, it doesn't show. So that's what I've been busy lately. I love and have a belonging right now in terms of partnership because I don't do hookup, but like I don't have open relationship. I don't have a partner. I don't. I'm 100% single. But like the best part that I could say is that I could commit a mistake, or I could confess something to someone, and like I will never be sorry for the another person. Like sorry for because I'm single, so there is no thing. There's no thing to justify to someone like what you said that to somebody, what you send that to that person, what you send a heart, what you send like a something because I don't have a belonging in terms of partnership. So that's a pro that I've been finding of like, wait, but I'm single. Like I can tell them that I like this, I like that, I don't like this, I like that. Saludos desde Colombia. So basically I love that, but like I also love the fact that I'm having the time to explore that kind of thing about myself, to be silly, to do jokes, to stay in at 2 a.m. or like 3 a.m. and then wake up and be like, yeah, I was like that. And for example, yesterday, like this Saturday, I cleaned my house and I nap and I woke up and I really don't have message, no text, no everything for no one. Or I think that a couple people, but you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like you don't have to like justify or like you just do it like you just because in a partnership you need to be more present grounding because you both are one but like you are both separate, you know what I mean? So you need to work all the time, I did this, I did that, I did whatever, and like you need to explain them and like you need to like basically be there emotionally speaking, but like when you are single, it's like you don't have anything to justify to no one. Like I tell a man many things one time, 3 a.m. in a voice call, and no one knows about it except me and him, and six of their friends, I'm sure. But like, you know what I mean? Like there is nothing to be worried about it. And I really been embracing the fact that I am like that, and like I don't need to say that, I hate relationships or stuff like that, but it's beautiful sometimes not, and like you don't need to tell no one, and like it doesn't relate even though with my career or like the things that I do, because I live for romance, I breathe romance, I do romance because I do a manga that is basically in a couple, whatever. But like I feel like to me it's like my two personalities, and like physically speaking, I just take the inspiration of like uh and like a little bit of her personality. I take the inspiration of her. Buenas, buenas, buenas. I'm Peruvian. Thanks for us. I'm Peruvian. Thanks for us. Hi. But like basically, I read romance and I read romance, but like it doesn't. It doesn't part of my life. You know what I mean? But like, I have a nice experience because I've been in talking stage with. I have. I have experience. Okay, not that much, but like yeah. So there is one time that I've been like looking up and I've been like, yeah, whatever. But like, there is no such thing that I'm tight, in the sense of like, what if go wrong something with my inspiration? What if something go with my muse? What is something? No, I don't care. That is me or my project. Separate is the muse from the. There is one time that even though I asked myself that question, because I always, when I start to, even though in my teenage years, I always said, do this, whatever if it will be wrong or bad, like good or wrong, wrong or bad, but like whatever will happen, I will act in a way mature. If one day to another, something bad happened, I will act like a little baby, now, yeah, maybe I will act both. Gracias. I'm listening to Comentito. Gracias. So basically, I will be, mature enough to say, whatever that happened with my muse, that if I find out something, or I'm not blaming, even though people know saying that everyone is bad, but like, I still am realistic, and that doesn't mean to kill the romance, because that manga, it's like a gem, it's like a beautiful couple that I always wanted to have, somebody understanding, somebody mature, emotionally, physically, everything. Not that mature physically because that equals to wrinkles, which age gap difference I'm only able to handle less than a decade, less than a decade. In other words, it will feel like my mom. Because if you didn't know, I had experience with my teacher, and let me tell you about my teacher more in details about the massage class, okay? Not that we're getting in confidence, not that we're getting, because my teacher was the same age as my mom, which I said I won't date somebody at the age of my mom, but like it is for this reason, okay? My mom is 40, and my teacher was 40. 40 years? Why you are thinking? No, 40 years. No, man. No. No. Okay. But I still speak English. Wink. Well, either way, I need to say something politely speaking. I said I wanted somebody that age of my mom, because even though yes, I'm Peruvian, because even though my room doesn't scream that I'm Peruvian to you, Miss. No, I'm just kidding. But like it happened like that. I was like in a class. I remember it was when I was my birthday, but like I take it in a good way, because I always see old women like my mother, and like I'm always like, like she won't see me like in a lustful way, let's say. In a lustful way. Do you have another fact? Wait, I really work so much in psychology. Improve your bad comments, please. But that doesn't apply. Hmm. That accent I learned. Mm, improve your hate comments. Ujú. Bueno, si algo es que no saca capturas de infidelidades o de gente que está en mis DMs e Instagram para decirme que sea su novia. No he sacado capturas. Así que todos contentos, en paz. Y he estado viendo un montón de capítulos de España Infieles. Es como, ¿qué pasaría si saco capturas, güey? Se mueren, güey. Se mueren. Ujú. Así que bueno. Hombres, si una mujer le dice que no, no lo tomen personal. Porque, no sé, como un hombre te trata bien bonito al principio, pero si no así, te trata mal. Ujú. Facto. Whatever they wanna say. Soy peruana. Ay, yo conocí a un hombre que tenía sus 20, yo tenía mis 15 y él me enseñó de todo. Así que bueno, no tomen nada personal e improvisen sus comentarios de odio. Se los juro. Es que no, güey, no hay otro comentario de odio más simple. Es bien chistoso porque, ay, qué bonito. Gracias. Like a man, when he didn't accomplish, the act, he will treat you bad or he will ghost you. And that's why no matter how hard he tries, if you say no, he will. Thank you. That's what I learned about man. If he didn't put it in, he will act bad. If he act good, that is green flag. That is good. Matter of fact, good man. That is a good man. But like when a man is like that, it's just like. Igual, hombres, no manden sus fotos de sus cosas, por favor. Yo estoy cansada. No me gusta ver eso. No me gusta ver eso. Continúe, manden otra persona. Hubo una fecha cuando era adolescente. Les juro que todos mis mensajes eran puras fotos de eso. Más bien que se llevaron de mi Facebook. Ay, Dios mío. Bendito sea el hacker que se llevó porque ya vi más de todo, de todo. Y está, ay, qué bueno, me mandaron una foto por lo menos. No, ni era de su cara. Ay, qué feo, ay, no. Ya traumatizan también. Y bien chistoso, porque antes tenía un perfil que ya lo borré, que se llamaba Rosa Flor y era casi como una chica que tenía cantidad de gente añadida ahí, o sea, cantidad. Pero eso era mi día a día. Lo borré porque era mucho, o sea, no, a diario era como, ¿saben? Y era como que no. Ujú. Gracias. Me manden fotos de sus cositas, por favor. Que a nadie les gusta ver plátanos a diario. A mí no. A mí no. No one wants to see. Even though to me, in English, even though speaking in English, I see many pictures of bananas. I'm not talking about fruits, of men. So please send all the things rather than that. We wanna love, even though that I'm not into men, but like there are many things more interesting than seeing, you know. Mm-hmm. I'm just cause it's interesting. Ay, Dios mío. There's something really funny also about hate comments, and is that someone said to me like, "Oh my gosh, it's so bad this cover. Like you should study more music theory and stuff like that." And I'm like, that hate comment doesn't have foundation because when a hate comment have foundation, it's just a lame comment because if we take for one side that you don't know, it's because they also don't know. It's in reverse psychology first. Second, I studied theory of music, so the comment doesn't align. So when you are about even to do a hate comment, please take the time. You don't need to just spray that comment of like whatever comment. You need to do with foundation because it's a blank comment sometimes. Hate comments that I receive and I saw do with foundation, not with like a lame comment without knowing because you search enough. I have stories, I have things about music. Do it with foundation. Even though I'm giving you a guide to hate comment. So, and instead of giving hate comment, take it easy. Take it easy. And I will explain to you about apps and what is bad, hate comments, and what is like. Maybe I will explain that. Maybe I will explain because social media is so funny that sometimes it doesn't add to me. Even though my teacher explained me one time. And I'm back into time. I feel now. Okay. Now maybe do this comment thing. Okay. Cool. Dun, 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 dun. This is gonna be so fun to explain. This is gonna be so fun. Gonna be so fun. Anyway. Okay. Before I leave because my phone is dying. And I don't know what this one might do. And like, yeah, okay. Gonna be so fun to explain. Okay. Gonna be so fun. Take notes. Take notes if you want. Okay. Listen. When you have you picture this, right? When you had in social media, this work with all social media. Even though with the social media that is a more private, this work like this, okay? When you have a good or bad comment, that doesn't mean nothing because the algorithm will interpret as popular, so they won't take the fact, they won't see like you post like a good comment, they won't see you post like a bad comment, they only see a comment which mean income for the person that either you hate or you love. So that means income. That is a little data that goes here that it means income to the person, whether it's good or bad. So that is the beauty of social media. La belleza de redes sociales es que no le importa la red social si tu comentario es malo o bueno. Solamente va a añadir acá o acá. Lo importante es la madurez de la persona que postea o de la persona que publica el contenido, no de ti. Y eso añade como el beneficio económico, nada más. So that's the beauty of social media. Esa es la belleza de las redes sociales. No le va a importar a YouTube esto si es malo o bueno el comentario. Simplemente va a añadir ganancias. Y así, mis amigos, se terminan las estas. How are you? It also depends on how mature someone is, because it doesn't care. Like, it just care the income. That's what I love. Comments of hate as well as from love. That doesn't matter they comment. It just is starting to me. No, but I still didn't do that. I still didn't even know monetize that, but like, that is the beauty of social media. Doesn't care if you love the best key to don't see, or like that will maybe increase or decrease, that is ghosting. That's the best way. If you ghost the creator that you hate, that's the best way to handle the hate that you have for a creator. That's the best way. Don't consume it, because as more that you post, as more you comment, as more that you post a hate comment, you're more gonna help the person. So be mindful who you give your attention, and that's it. I feel like an apple right now. Wait, I must have a shape. I'm glad that I don't have foundation right now. Gracias. So yeah, that's why artists, even though the people that live in hate, they embrace the hate, because there was a creator that was hated all the time, and like he said, it just come to my awareness. Like, I don't care if he's gay. Yeah. We're not talking about social media. Like, social media only care if you add a comment. Like, doesn't care if you are giving like a mad comment or like a good comment. If you see like a comment and that comes to the earning, not the creator that is doing. Doesn't matter if it's good or bad. Doesn't matter. Gracias. So yeah, people, I need to do my thing, work. I've been enjoying just life. That's what I've been like. Be more creative with the comments. Be more creative. Don't be like lame. I was like, oh, be creative. Even though with that, come on. Like, even you giving you a key to give a good hate comment, which is silly to say, because when you are mature enough to like, it's so funny when I see hate comments, because it's the first thing, usually something going on, whatever. But like, it's kind of funny to think about it, because you are mature enough to let it go and didn't care about it. And I'm glad that I didn't came in social media when I was a teenager, because I would be sobbing. Oh my gosh, at this, like, oh my gosh, they do that. Like, I would be basically like that. And that would be like so funny to see and be like, what I cry for a single. It's like, it would be so funny to think about it. I know some people struggle with that in social media, like, oh my god, they didn't like my post. Kind of like that, but I would be more like that if I would be hearing my thing. Hubiera estado así, güey, si hubiera venido acá a redes sociales. O sea, no me importa del comentario, si es malo o bueno, o sea, es como, es un comentario, güey. Pero mi profesor me dijo, ¿te estás llorando? No entiendo a la gente o los influencers, porque un profesor me dijo, estoy llorando porque me dieron un dislike, me dieron un punto malo, me comentaron una carita. O sea, ¿estás consciente de que estás mal por un pixel? Are you conscious that you're bad for a pixel? Like, if that goes is your goals your content, I get it. Si dejan de ver tu contenido, lo entiendo, pero, o sea, si te están poniendo no, o sea, lo que importa es que haya, lo que importa es no cómo, sino que haya. Mañana no es como la comida, lo que importa es que haya comida. No importa qué comas en términos de comida, a veces, pero hay comida. Entonces es buena. Comida, ellos saben, pero ¿sí me entienden? Sí me entienden, es como, para un pixel, no. No sé, güey. No sé. Estoy tratando de darle emoción al asunto. Si alguien lo graba en TikTok, por favor, taguéme. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, no, güey. Vi un y era como, me recordé del meme que me decía mi profesor, bueno, el chiste que me decía mi profesor, te estás poniendo mal por un pixel. Ay, my teacher, I used to have a teacher that he used to teach me about technology, totally there. He was like, are you gonna be bad or are you gonna be sad for a pixel? And I said, no, no. Aparte de ello, ¿tienen otro comentario? Para reírnos y ponerme así. Por un comentario. Do you have a hate comment or a good comment to be like this? I hate comment. Ay, ay. Oscar. Ay. Ay, qué bueno. No sé si Mario está llorando. Parece que Mario como un cuello. Una vez ya me estaba riendo. Y madre me dijo, ay, la rana que guinea pig. Que guinea pig. Like sometimes even though I love you mute mode, like I'm like one time I loved the mute mode. Like I was just my family was, are you fine? I just stopped your love and I was like, no, I'm just fine. Ay, ay, ay. There are some people that love like a pig. It's always cute because I feel like yesterday I hugged my dog and like he sounded like a pig. It was funny. Ah. No te quiero, lo único que soy mi gato. Bueno, a mi gato. Ay, me voy a reír ahorita. Ay, un comentario malo. Ay, Dios mío, no. Ay, there's one thing that I said to a person. My period doesn't come. They were like, are you good? And I'm like, yeah. But I think it's for something else because the only thing that passes here is hate and air. The only thing that passes here is air. Mm. So I tell to them like, okay, maybe something else, and I'm like, yeah. But like to be fair, I don't know what is going on. And I was like, and when it came, I've been like, wait, I might need to get out from this because I'm stressed out. Cause when I was working, didn't have my period yet, and I was like, maybe I'm really stressed out. Maybe I need to get off because my period wouldn't come, and right after I quit, I kinda had my period. And I was like, yeah, that was definitely what was going on. Vamos a hacer la dinámica ya. alguien que diga un mal comentario, vamos a decir así. Un mal comentario, un comentario malo. Like, every time that I see a bad comment, I'm gonna be like, a bad comment. Every time that I have a bad comment. Nice. Saludos. Un abrazo. Ay, ay, ay. Y a propósito, ya pone los comentarios. Ya. Solamente va a ser así. En fin, tenga un buen día. Recuerden esta tabla. Remember this table, please. Remember. Every time that you see a hate comment, just remember this. Doesn't matter if it's bad or good, it will come at the income. Remember that. Remember. And be happy. Cada que vean un comentario malo, recuerden. Todo esto añade más al sistema, lo cual añade la visibilidad de cada usuario. Patrocinado por Instagram y todas las redes sociales que tienen el mismo algoritmo. Así que bueno, lo ideal es gostear y punto. Chaito. Chaito. Bye. Have a good day.